for instance, I talked about bundling treats together for a treat table. It's not going to cost me nearly as much to make a batch of chocolate covered pretzels as it is to make a custom cake. Just throwing some things out there. When I do the chocolate covered pretzels, I may need a box, I may need a sticker. I may or may not wrap them individually, but when I do and then I need the pretzels and I need the chocolate, right? I could put some sprinkles or I couldn't put some sprinkles, okay? But if I'm making a custom cake, I'm gonna need a cake drum, I'm gonna need the box, I'm gonna need cardboard to go in between. If I am making layers, a tiered cake, I'm gonna need bubble straws, I'm gonna need fondant, royal icing, not royal
Stabilizer.
icing, buttercream, yep, stabilizer. I'm gonna need all the cake ingredients. So you definitely want to make sure you're picking a product that is profitable. Hello, treat makers. Today's episode is all about turning your passion for baking into a business. Many of you have asked about selling your delicious treats, and we are here to guide you through the process. This is Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday podcast, where we talk to you about treats, business, and life. I am Taylor, owner of Taylor's Kitchen, located right here in Albany, Michigan, where we make custom sweet treats for your special occasions. I can be found on all social media platforms. And I'm going to hand it over to my co-host, Tamela, right before we get into this message.
Yeah, so hi and welcome to Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday. As Taylor said, I am Tamela. I am owner of Torlitas for that sweet and crunchy taste. Torlitas is a dessert company located right here in this great state of Ohio, where I specialize in salty, sweet treats. If you want to know more about me and my business, go to @Torlitas. That's T as in Tuesday, ORLITAS. All right. Let's get into it, Taylor. What's going on?
All right, so we're talking about having a product to sell as a home treat maker. So first things first, with anything you decide to do, make sure you are deciding to do it based on your own free will. I know a lot of people get into the business because people say, like, you should do this as a business. That looks like you should sell this. And like saying that is cool, but like actually doing it is a completely different ball game. So, first tip, make sure you're doing this because you want to do it and not because somebody has recommended it to you. Because there are going to be times when you feel like not baking another thing. Okay. So, make sure it's something that you definitely want to get into, and also that you have a true passion for baking, whether it is from scratch, not from scratch, your grandma's recipe, whatever you want to do, make sure it's something that you have a passion for and that you are fully committed to starting your home treat baking business.
Yeah, I second that. It's always nice to hear people encouraging you, right? And you do have a wonderful product. People have told you you have a wonderful product, but there's a lot that goes into it. First of all, getting all set up with the downtown or uptown, depending on where you are. There's legal things that you have to set up, banking and all that, charging, taxes and all that. So there's a lot that really goes into it. But I don't want to I don't want to discourage you. I'm just kind of putting it out there to you of what you can expect. It's really one of those things where you have the passion, but if you can do it at 2 a.m. and 2 p.m., I know we have 9 to 5, so I'm not saying that. But if you can do it at any time of the day and you still have joy doing it and you really have the desire to do it, that's really saying something. And you really should, look into maybe doing it as a business.
Definitely. So once you have truly decided that this is what you want to do next, it becomes all about your product. I know some people who love making macarons. I don't love making them. I know how to make them, but making them. So make sure as you are choosing what you would like to do, if it's something that gets on your entire nerves, find somebody else in your area that makes them excellently. And if you want to put them on your cakes, if you want to put them on your cupcakes, support another business. Put that into your pricing structure. Okay. Just like we go out and we get the ingredients for the product, some ingredients make things look very beautiful, but we may not know how to make them on our own. So once we figure out what we want to make, how we want to make it, definitely realize that if you don't like making cookies, don't make cookies. And a big thing is what you post is what you put out there on your social media. People are going to think, oh, this is what she does. So make sure you're constantly even posting things about your product that you definitely want to sell. I think those are some pretty big things. Also, product development. You have anything about product development, Tamela?
Yeah, two things. I want to piggyback off what you just said about outsourcing. That's what it's called in the real world, outsourcing your goods and services. I mean, let's keep it a buck, right? Outsource, buy from somebody else that you know that has a great product around you. If you want to support people in your community, by all means do it. I know several people that does things way better than I do. And when you're putting together big packages or bundles and things like that, especially for this big holiday that's coming up in February, you might want to really consider that. There are things that I love to do, but you don't have to do everything.
True.
People will have
True.
you, people will have you jumping through hoops and you be like, wait, oh man, do I know how to do that? What color? How do I make? People will have you doing it. And this is what I will suggest to everybody also. I know I'm talking very fast, so I'm going to get it all out. But let me slow down. Get you a menu. Get you a menu and stick to it. Okay. Now, if somebody wants a custom order for something within your realm, within your time span, within your mental capacity, okay,
Very important.
you source the ingredients and the stickers and all that kind of stuff, then you have to price accordingly. Okay, you have to price accordingly for custom made items. But if you have a set of menu of items, things that you want to make, you can make no brainer. People love it. It's the top 3 of every section or category. Then go with that. What does McDonald's do? They keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and they have perfected it. Okay. So keep that in mind. I know that for me, I'm a creative person and I love to create and do different things. It might not be within the realm of sweet treats with chocolates and things like that, but I want to try those things. And maybe, just maybe, when I'm doing special bundles and things like that, that's a way that you can explore, what people like and what people don't like. So try to do some flash sales, right? For the weekend. People love a bundle. People love a variety of stuff, right? So they can pick it up and have it or go or eat it in their bed or eat it when they watch Netflix or whatever. So that's a good way to do things as well.
Definitely. And you really want to consider your audience when you are doing these things. As Tamela said, people do love bundles, but you don't want to be overwhelmed, right? You want to get something and you really want to stick to it, but you do want to have a product to sell. If you are just starting out, say, and you are practicing with cupcakes, you can watch all of the videos in the world. You can buy all of the equipment, but it is not going to matter unless you get into that kitchen and you start practicing. I had professional taste testers in my house. My children will call themselves professional taste testers. Okay. So, and at first you may not sell stuff. You may just give something away for free, right? You're just collecting information about what is going to stick, what you're really good at, what you want your business to be based on. If you love to make macarons, have a whole macaron business. I know it is one close to me, and I actually follow them on like TikTok, but they are a macaron business in the state of Michigan, and I believe they're located in Detroit. But I am not going to start a macaron business. I will make custom cakes. I will make cookies. I will make cupcakes. I may even bundle all of those things for a treat table. However, I'm not going to just make only macarons. But there are people who can do that. So you may have to give away some products. You definitely have to listen to the reviews that you get about the products. It may hurt your heart if someone says something is gross, but give it to 2 or 3 people. Don't give it to the hater, okay? Don't give it to the person that you think really means good for you, but they have been telling you stuff is not working for years and you not getting the signs, okay? Don't give it to those people. Give it to the people who are going to be honest and who are going to deal with you in love and kindness. And when they talk to you, you really respect their opinion. So, make sure you are choosing a product that's profitable. A big product that's very profitable is chocolate covered treats. A lot of people may not want to make the chocolate covered treats because they can seem tedious and they can seem very time consuming, but they are products that offer you lots of variety. You can do lots of colors, lots of themes, and you can always make sure that they are profitable, and you can have lots of different price points. For instance, I talked about bundling treats together for a treat table. It's not going to cost me nearly as much to make a batch of chocolate covered pretzels as it is to make a custom cake. Just throwing some things out there. When I do the chocolate covered pretzels, I may need a box, I may need a sticker. I may or may not wrap them individually, but when I do and then I need the pretzels and I need the chocolate, right? I could put some sprinkles or I couldn't put some sprinkles, okay? But if I'm making a custom cake, I'm gonna need a cake drum, I'm gonna need the box, I'm gonna need cardboard to go in between. If I am making layered a tiered cake, I'm gonna need bubble straws, I'm gonna need fondant, royal icing, not royal icing, buttercream, yep, stabilizer. I mean, all the cake ingredients. So you definitely want to make sure you're picking a product that is profitable. Chocolate covered treats are normally profitable, and they aren't as time consuming. So definitely when you're choosing a product, pick something that is profitable and make sure you develop a strategy for pricing and put it out there, for your clients. And you may have to give something away, get some feedback. I really don't feel like you can mess it up that much. But of course, anything can be messed up. But you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it can be like that bad.
Yeah, and it might be your product may be great, but your back end stuff is messed up. You don't have no way for them to pay electronically, right?
True.
They don't have a number, a way to get in contact. We don't have a set time to make an arrangement for pickup or drop off, right? You have your timing is whack. You might be running over time when you're supposed to have it at 2 o'clock. You're frazzled, right, at 2 o'clock because you're not complete. It's not done. What are some things you can do ahead of time? You can do your packaging ahead of time. You can take out your ribbon. You can take out your liners. You can do a lot of things ahead of time, so it lessens the time that you have to take when your product is finished to make sure that you have it packaged correctly. I know that was a big one for me. Getting it packaged, sealing is a big one. If you seal, you know that it's a very time consuming thing. But make sure when you go and meet somebody, if you're meeting somebody or they're picking up, make sure you have on a fresh top. Make sure you put on, if you do lipstick, just look fresh. You don't have to look like you just stepped off
Like
a
you've been in the
runway,
kitchen all
right?
night.
You don't need, stuff all over you and splatter all over you, and your nails are all crusty and stuff like that. Your knuckles are rusty. I'm just saying, you want, when you hand something to somebody, you want them to feel like, okay, this is really nice, and can really appreciate it. Not like, oh, okay, what's going on in the background over there? So, just a word to the wise. Anything else, Taylor?
Thank you, Tamela, for that. I definitely thank you for pointing that out, because our focus is home treat makers, and just like if you were in a restaurant, you would not show up to work with like a dirty shirt. They require certain things of you.
Yes.
They require certain things of you for the cleanliness and the presentation of the work environment. And so that is a word to the wise, to be presentable when your client is coming to pick up an order.
Yeah, and
So
if you've
thank you.
done that in the past, don't do it this time forward, okay?
We are not laughing because we have not been there, okay? Just so everybody knows.
Just so
Okay,
everybody
we can
knows.
laugh about it now.
There's no finger wagging over here. That's why we're the professionals, and we're telling you, our audience, what we've done. This is about treats, business, and life, okay?
When somebody pulls up and they just kind of look at you like, ew, what's that stain?
Yeah,
like,
you got
is that baby throw up, or is that like powdered sugar? Okay.
Yeah.
So just, it's all for the good. Okay. It's all for the good. So in closing, definitely focusing on these things will get you a great product to sell. Definitely starting a treat making business is an exciting journey. Remember, it's not just about the treats, it's about sharing your passion with people. It's about you putting yourself out there. You are the brand. I heard someone say that a lot of people want to be on stages. So when you are presenting your product, that's your stage. You want people to be overwhelmed with excitement. You want to go the extra mile. You want to take a couple minutes and tie that ribbon very beautifully on your box. Just do something to make yourself stand out, so that your products can not only taste amazing, but look amazing. And people will be more than happy to pay the price point that you put out. Last thing, choose which price point you want to be. You want to be economical. You want to be the cheapest. Because if you are the cheapest, you may get some clients who don't respect your time and they don't respect your craft. Or do you want to be in the middle? Do you want to be the person who is who doesn't really get lots of sales because people don't know if they should go to the cheapest or if they should go to the more expensive, and you're just kind of like lingering there in the middle? Or do you want to be the person who has a luxury product, who you present yourself as a luxury product, and people know that you need them to pay ahead of time? People know that you are going to give them an awesome product and they respect you for it. So choose which business you're going to be from the beginning, and then design your brand around if you're going to be economical, stuck in the middle, or if you're going to be a luxury treat maker. All right, guys. With that being said, best of luck on your treat making journey. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. Also, we have a whole catalog of videos that you can check out here on YouTube. So I think that's all for me. What about you, Tamela?
Yeah, I think that's a great way to end this podcast today. Please let us know. if you have any questions, just like Taylor said. And I know that it's a tough journey, but it's a fun one. You'll look back, you have to just start, okay? And you'll look back, it's like, wow, it's been this many years. So you can do it. You can do it.
Definitely. All right, guys, that's been another episode of Tamela and Taylor's Treat Talk Tuesday. And as always, we want you guys to have a blessed week. Bye.
Yeah.